What is popping? What is going on YouTube world? My name is Ghiman McKinney. Appreciate you guys for watching this video today. You can also just call me Juice because that is my nickname. Like I said, appreciate you guys for watching today. Be sure to smash this like button right about now, as it does help these videos get out to the public and the channel to grow overall. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly, and almost every single day if I can, and turn on post notifications too, so you do not miss a single one of those videos that I post. It's only right, you guys. Let's talk about the New England Patriots. And yes, guys, the Patriots are not going to win the Super Bowl this year. Now, I do have a firm belief that they will probably get back to the Super Bowl. I like Baltimore. I like Kansas City. I like Houston. I like all those quarterbacks. But in all reality, if they have to go to Foxborough to face Bill Belichick and Tom Brady in that defense, I just think the Patriots are going to get back to the Super Bowl. But you know, I feel like the 49ers are about a year away. I don't trust the Cowboys to beat them in the Super Bowl. I don't trust the Eagles. I don't trust the Rams. But there are three teams to me that if the Patriots go to the Super Bowl and they face them, they will not win. And that is the Packers, that's the Saints, and that's the Seahawks. You know what? You want to know what all three of those teams have in common? They have elite quarterbacks. And to me, I'm sorry guys, Tom Brady is no longer an elite quarterback. I just don't see it in Tom Brady anymore, okay? And I'll get to Tom Brady a little bit down the road in this video because I think he's lost a step and he's no longer as great as he once was. And I just have lost a little bit of trust in Tom Brady as far as his overall ability on the football field. Let's not forget, guys, Tom Brady is 42 years old. Eventually, he's going to fall off a cliff at some point. And again, I'm right now picking the Patriots to go to the Super Bowl, but they're not going to win it. I actually said that in the offseason. My preseason pick was the Eagles over the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Ever since then, I've switched off the Eagles. The Eagles are no longer Super Bowl contenders. I see the Packers, I see the Saints, I see the Seahawks as potential threats. And what I mean by that, and why I think those teams can beat the Patriots, is because what do they have? What do they have to beat the Patriots, the mighty Patriots? Elite quarterback. Check for all three of those teams. They don't turn the football over. Check for all three of those teams, the Saints, the Packers, the Seahawks, okay? Can those three teams run the football? Check. Yes, they can. Do they have good, solid coaches? Yes, check. I do believe Matt LaFleur is a slight question, but I think Matt LaFleur is a really good head coach. He really is, okay? Defense. Can these defenses put pressure on Tom Brady? Check. All three of those teams can do so. Seattle, a little bit of a question, but again, Pete Carroll is good enough of a defensive guru to find a way to bother Tom Brady. But getting into the specific reasons as to why I think the Patriots will not win the Super Bowl this year and why this year makes sense to bet on the Patriots to not win the Super Bowl is because last year we saw the Patriots struggle to beat the Titans, the Dolphins, the Lions, bad teams that did not make the playoffs last year. And last year, to me, I thought, hey, this is the year where Tom Brady and Bill Belichick are not going to win a Super Bowl. But the thing that I failed to realize last year was that the Patriots were undefeated versus playoff teams. They were 7-0 last year versus playoff teams, okay? That matters because in reality, you got to beat the good teams. It doesn't matter if you beat the Redskins, the Dolphins, the Jaguars. Look, we don't care about the bad teams. We care about what you do against the big boys. And last year, as much as the Patriots struggled to beat bad teams, when they had to face playoff teams, they were 7-0 last year, including the playoffs. So the Patriots last year were very good versus really good teams last year. But this year, the Patriots are the opposite. And that's why you have to bet against the Patriots, because we've seen the Patriots beat the Dolphins, the Redskins, the Steelers, the Jets, the Giants, and the Browns. And the Patriots, they did what they needed to do. They absolutely dominated and annihilated those terrible teams. That's what they need to do. Congrats. But when the Patriots faced the Buffalo Bills, when they faced the Baltimore Ravens this past week, I really saw some red flags. Because it'd be one thing if the Patriots look good in those losses, because let's be real, guys, you're not going to win every game. As much as I'm trying to bash the Patriots right here, they only have one loss, okay? So, if the Patriots look good losing, that'd be like, okay, on the road versus Baltimore, I get it. On the road versus Buffalo, I get it, even though they did win that game. I really wonder how good the Patriots' offense and defense is, because their stats are inflated by playing a lot of bad teams. For a while, the Patriots had the #1 scoring offense in all of football. And to me, that's far from the truth. I've seen 5 offenses at least that are by far better than the Patriots, that I trust to put up more points than the Patriots by far as just their offensive players. And defensively, we saw the Patriots versus Lamar Jackson, that Ravens team, not even match up. That defense did not look athletic. That defense looked bad. The Ravens looked like the bigger, faster, stronger team. The Ravens dominated them. The Bills pushed the Patriots around. So the 2 teams that they faced this year, the Patriots on offense specifically had really, really struggled. And on defense versus a very good quarterback in Lamar Jackson, they struggled. So that's my problem with the Patriots. That's my beef with the Patriots. They're feasting on the weak this year. But when they face the big boys, the way they play and how they're losing and how they're winning versus good teams is not great. Because the Buffalo Bills, if they had anyone beside Matt Barkley and Josh Allen quarterbacking that team, anyone else, the Bills easily would have won that game. But because those 2 quarterbacks are trash, they lost. The Patriots got lucky. And I'm going to point to the problems I have with the Patriots and what I've seen from the Patriots this year that makes me have cause for concern. The offensive line and running game is not very good. The offensive line, when they face the Bills, they got bullied. When they face the Ravens, they got bullied. Okay? Their running game this year is 23rd in the National Football League. The one thing about the Patriots that you can know is a consistent thing is they're going to run the football effectively. In all of Tom Brady's years in which he's won a Super Bowl and got into a Super Bowl, 9 times out of 10, they have an elite running game. And this year, Sonny Michel and James White are only averaging 3.3 yards per carry. Okay? Rex Burkhead is averaging more yards per carry than them. He's barely gotten any carries. So when Rex Burkhead is your big play guy running the football, I'm not concerned. The wide receivers. I like Julian Edelman a lot. I do think Julian Edelman, by the time his career is over, has a chance to make the Hall of Fame based on what he's done in the postseason, okay? Julian Edelman's a great player. But he's not a elite level wide receiver. And Mohamed Sanu's good, but when those are your only 2 wide receivers that are really your big time playmakers, I'm not worried. Okay, the thing about the Patriots last year is they had Rob Gronkowski, a big physical presence in the middle of the field, not only to help the offensive line out by blocking, but to just Gronk's presence alone on the football field opens it up for Julian Edelman and Mohamed Sanu and the great players. Josh Gordon is no longer on the team. Antonio Brown is no longer on the team. Okay, now they do get N'Keal Harry back. The guy of Arizona State that they drafted that I like a lot. He might be a huge spark plug down the road. But again, we don't even know what he's going to be when he comes back and how healthy will he be when he comes back. And when is N'Keal Harry coming back? We don't know. And so the Patriots, you don't worry about them beating you over the top. Julian Edelman and Mohamed Sanu can be neutralized when they face good defenses. You saw that versus the Bills and you saw that versus the Ravens. They didn't do very much, okay? And lastly, the thing is, Tom Brady's old. He's 42 years old. Tom Brady at the end of last year was very lucky that he faced a Kansas City Chiefs defense that wasn't very good. He was very lucky I'm talking about in the playoffs. He was very lucky last year that he got Phillip Rivers in a draw to play. And Phillip Rivers, we know, is a choker in the playoffs. He was very lucky that he did not face Drew Brees and that Saints team in the Super Bowl. Because Sean McVay and that Rams team, they were not ready to beat a experienced Patriots team yet. So Tom Brady could get away with it facing Jared Goff, okay? But Tom Brady at 42 years old is no longer an elite quarterback. Just in his conference alone, you know who's playing better? You know who's playing better? Jacoby Brissett is playing better. Patrick Mahomes, when healthy, is playing better. Deshaun Watson, when healthy, is playing better. The Ravens, Lamar Jackson, he's an MVP candidate. He's playing better than Tom Brady. Tom Brady is about the 4th or 5th, 6th best quarterback in his own conference. Not to mention on the other side, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, or Russell Wilson might be waiting around. Tom Brady is more closer to being a middle-of-the-pack quarterback than an elite quarterback. Tom Brady is missing some throws that he usually makes this year. Okay? He's not as mobile in the pocket, not as nimble, scrambling away and escaping those sacks. Not as accurate down the field, not as sharp. This is the first time in Tom Brady's career where I think he actually needs an Antonio Brown, where he needs an Odell Beckham Jr., where he needs a DeAndre Hopkins. The thing about Tom Brady that makes him great other than the rings and how clutch he is he can make average wide receivers look really, really good. He can't do that anymore. Okay? So as a result, when you have guys like only Julian Edelman and Mohamed Sanu and Jacoby Myers to worry about, that's a problem. And again, I think the Patriots, they're going to go back to the film and adjust to Lamar Jackson. I don't trust Lamar Jackson to beat a Patriot-led defense again the way he did the first time. I love Deshaun Watson. I really do. But he couldn't even beat Andrew Luck in the playoffs last year. Okay? Tom Brady's a big step. And Patrick Mahomes, I like you a lot as a quarterback, but the team around you is not built to beat this Patriots team. At least if you have to go to Foxborough. If you're in Kansas City again, it might be a different story. But again, when the Patriots go against Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, I'm throwing out the 49ers. The 49ers are not going to get there. The 49ers are a good team. So, spoiler alert, if you see the Patriots face the 49ers in the Super Bowl, I'm probably going to pick the Patriots, okay? But I don't believe the 49ers will get there. The 49ers still could lose out in their division. I believe in Russell Wilson. I believe in this Seattle team. When Tom Brady and this Patriots defense goes against Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, Drew Brees, or Russell Wilson, who's playing like the MVP candidate of the league this year, who's a top 15 quarterback of all time, they're going to get exposed. When they go against a good team that can actually punch them back, they're going to get exposed. They will. All three of those teams have defenses that can get after Tom Brady. The Packers have the Smith brothers. The Saints have Davenport and Cameron Jordan. And the Seattle Seahawks have Jadeveon Clowney and a great defensive coach in Pete Carroll that will get his team in spots they are available. And they can run the football. They can keep Tom Brady out the field. So my thing is Tom Brady will get to a Super Bowl, but it all comes down to the quarterbacks in my opinion. And Russell Wilson, Drew Brees, and Aaron Rodgers, they're not going to be fooled by Bill Belichick defense. Bill Belichick can try to confuse them all they want. These three quarterbacks are as good as they come. They will figure out a way to beat Bill Belichick. They have the teams around them to beat Bill Belichick. Maybe not Russell Wilson, but hey, did anyone expect Eli Manning to beat Tom Brady in those 2 Super Bowls? I didn't. Well, at the time, I leaned toward it. I could see a scenario where it could happen, but again, I didn't have the balls to pick Eli Manning. If Eli Manning with those Giants teams can beat Tom Brady in the playoffs, then Russell Wilson can do it with this Seahawks team. This Seahawks team is around the same level of play as those Eli Manning Giants teams. So again, the Patriots are really good, but they're not going to win the Super Bowl because the offensive line is not very good. The defense is overrated. The running game is not very good. The wide receivers do not scare me. Tom Brady is not that guy at quarterback anymore. And on the other side, Russell Wilson, Drew Brees, or Aaron Rodgers, they're going to be able to figure out Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. And that's the difference. Those three are elite quarterbacks. Tom Brady is no longer an elite quarterback. And that will be the undoing for the Patriots this year. The dynasty this year will probably end. And it's about time because let's be real. The Patriots have been around for a long time. And they've sustained excellence. But again, all good things will come to an end. And the Patriots, they're not going to win the Super Bowl this year. Do not rule out them potentially not even getting there. Because I do think that Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, and Lamar Jackson have a puncher's chance, but again, I won't bet on it. But to validate my point, the Patriots, they're not going to win the Super Bowl this year. Be sure to comment where you agree with me and disagree with me. Love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? Or potentially if it doesn't, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, get other people hip to this channel, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God blessed day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.